For months, Republicans have insisted that they would not cut Medicaid in order to give tax cuts to billionaires. But here they are today with a bill that would do irreparable damage to Medicaid and the millions of Americans it supports. This agenda will kick at least 13.7 million people off of health care coverage, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. Medicaid helps our friends and neighbors live healthy, productive lives. It's for new moms and kids who need extra attention to their health. It's for working families and people just trying to make it. And it is for people who are here, like my constituent and Denver City Councilman, Chris Hines, who's here today. Chris, raise your hand up. Chris relies on Medicaid. Chris was in a crash in 2008, which left him paralyzed from the chest down, and in the nomenclature of the federal government, totally and permanently disabled. But Chris is wired to be a doer. He got coverage through Medicaid, and because of the care and security it provided him, he had the freedom to go out and get work. Chris was elected to the Denver City Council in 2019 and re-elected in 2023, and he serves many of my same constituents with distinction. He said to me, without Medicaid, he simply would not be able to work, let alone serve his city and country in the way he does. It gives him the medical, professional, and financial freedom to take a risk and make the choices that are best for him. Chris was never looking for a handout, and Medicaid isn't a handout. It's not a giveaway. Medicaid is the health care coverage that lets millions of people live their lives. And here's the thing. Eligibility for Chris is optional for states. So that's what's threatened as states tighten their belts in response to the Republicans' misguided legislation. If you vote to put this legislation forward today, you're voting to take freedom and security away from people like Chris. You're going to get more people dependent on the state, not less. You're going to get more people sick, not healthier. And you're going to kill jobs and investment in every single one of our communities at a time when we're already staring down a recession thanks to Donald Trump. And you will do it to give a tax cut to rich people who just want to be richer. Now, you're going to hear a lot of misinformation from the other side of the aisle. For example, that people who are undocumented are on Medicaid. That's false. Federal money does not go in Medicaid to people. You're going to hear that so many people are just sitting around and they need to work. The truth is, only 8% of Medicaid recipients are in that work requirement, and most of them in that 8% can't find work or are retired. So let's be real. This is disgraceful. Americans aren't going to go with it. And if you pass this, over 13 million people are going to lose their health care. I yield back.